People often ask, what do you do in the warm-ups? And I want to do a series where I talk about what I'm going through my brain during the warm-ups and what's also going through me as I play the match. This is Remy. He's beaten me twice before, and it's our third time we played. It's pretty solid. And my first goal in the warm-up is just make sure I can hit. We did some minis, and I just want to make sure. And then now, I want to test him out. I'm going to go to both sides on him. I'm going to go low. I'm going to go high. And you really gotta see how they strike the ball, you know. And one thing that shows up when I rally with him in the warm-up is he's more consistent than I am. So when you hit them, you want to go with ball in the middle because they will shift to the favorite side. So you put ball at 8, 5, or 2, and you see which direction they shift. And whatever direction they shift, that's their favorite side. So you want to play the other side as much as possible. And that's one of the keys of the warm-up. Find out what they like, don't like. Keep note of what they hit, like 2-handed backhand. High loop right there, goes to the slice. When they go to the slice, what do they show you? And you can see, right? It's a warm-up. We hit to each other. Don't go for winners. That's retarded, you know. And when he goes to the slice and he goes to one hand, can you read it? Is there enough time to read that he's going to the slice? He can do everything. You can see it right there. He can slice. You give him a slow slice to his forehand. Catch the backhand on the rise, right? Because normally when they go to the slice right there, you can see, right, the free hand is off, but it's still a pretty good slice. And when you go to the loop, catches the ball on the rise right there, that's going to be a problem, right? Because normally, like when I play someone, there's a weaker side. There's some sort of weakness. If I go to their backhand or I hit this ball to their slice, see, I catches the ball on the rise right there. Does that really well. Normally that's a problem for most people. That ball right there, he'll back up, and he doesn't back up. He's playing really tight to the line. He catches the ball. It's the same. He's landing to me on the same spot. His depth is pretty good. You know, we're in a casual warm up, so I'm thinking, okay. And I played him before, so I know these things. I know that he's very consistent. He's solid off the ground, and then it becomes a match where it's about how we play the court. It's about using the strategies to play the court, because there's no free shots here, right? I warm up with him. He's definitely in his comfort zone. He has good feet. Okay, and most players won't be like this. Like when you warm with other people, you're gonna find a hole somewhere. He goes to one-handed slice, but it's a small thing, right? I can see it's coming. Now the question is, will I be able to force him to go to that one-handed slice? And the other thing too in the warm-up is when I rally with someone, I want to see, am I more consistent than they are? I will just rally with them. Here I'm going pretty casual. He's hitting to all my he's hitting me all forehands. And am I more consistent than he is? And I just missed, right? I mean, that's a bad sign. I mean, that tells me that in a baseline rally, he will out-rally me, and that's going to be a problem. And that's why I have a hard time with him. He's more consistent off the ground than I am. He passes me better. He likes when I come to net. And so when you warm up with someone, to change the parameters, I mean, it's hard when they're just better than you are. He is just better than I am. But hopefully, by breaking down the warm-up and talking about the strategies we use, you can play someone who's as good as you are and beat them. Because that's the goal, right? The goal is to play someone as good as you are and beat them. You're going to lose to someone better than you are. That's just tennis. And you should beat someone weaker than you are. And that's the issue, right? Can you beat someone weaker than you are and someone as good as you are? 'Cause I truly believe that 1/3 of the time you play someone as good as you are, 1/3 of the time you play someone better, and 1/3 of the time you play someone weaker. And by doing this, you're able to work on parts of your game. Because you can't work on your game when you're playing someone as good as you are, or someone better. That's just not going to happen. You have to do what you do best. But when you play someone weaker, you should be able to work on parts of your game. So now, what do we think about here? We think that he's sort of a leech. He likes to add power to my ball. Because in my opinion, there are certain types of players. There's people that generate their own power, and they're power players. There are people that take your power and add to it. And there are people that take the power off your ball and just get the ball back. At the higher levels, you rarely see someone takes power off your ball and gets the ball back. Most people are attacking players. They have set patterns. And we'll talk about this as we play. And you can see the thought process here. I'm actually hitting the ball fairly well today. And that's one of the keys, right? When I go to net, I like to intimidate them by showing them how well I volley. And what I'll do is I'll slowly back up. Notice how far away I am. You want to give me a mid-low, a high volley. You want to see me hit a backhand, a forehand. You want to see how I'll handle the high balls. That's what you want to do. When people play net and I see someone that plays really close to net and he's just hitting the ball away for winners, then I know they're not a good volleyer. A good volleyer is able to hit the ball back to me with no problems. On the overheads, you want to go to me. You want to make me move to my left. You want to make me move to my right. See this? How it makes me move to my left. But you want to see how well I move to my backhand. Because when you lob someone, you're going to go to the backhand. You want to push me as far back as possible and see how well I handle that. Okay. He already knows my game, so he kind of knows what I can do and what I can't do. And I just need to, when I hit my overheads, I'm thinking, hit a couple overheads and see how I handle. Now, this is where you go to do the same thing to him. You go low, you go slow, you go high, you go middle, you go forehand, you go backhand. And you want to see how he reacts to your ground strokes. You want to see how well they volley. On the overhead too, you do the same thing. You go middle, backhand, overhead. So that shows me something, right? Far away from him, low. I go high, no problem. I go to him, no problem. Backhand's fine, right? But normally when you play someone, you're gonna find that there is a weaker side. Ironically, the better players volley better on the backhand than the forehand. He's tough, man. He's just good. But use this pattern against all players. And when you do it against all players, when you play someone normal, or you're hitting with someone not as good as this person, you can find a hole. There's going to be a hole. Everyone has a hole. And then when you warm up your serves, I try not to show them my first serve. I just try to get a rhythm on my serve. I go middle, wide. I try to read their serve. Okay, I want to show them my precision, but I don't want to show them my pace. I don't want to use my flat serve in the warm up. We've played before. He knows what I have. So I am working to make sure I have what I normally have. Okay. Try to get a rhythm off of them when they serve to you. What kind of serves do they have? Do they have slices, flat, kicks? If they only have kicks, do they only have kick serves? Because the problem with a kick serve is the fact that it's very difficult to hit a flat serve. So normally if you have a kick serve, you don't have a flat serve. If you're a flat server, you don't have a kick serve. You know? And try to see what they have and make sure you can do what you normally do. My wrist is really bad now, so I have to really warm up slow. And we get into rhythm, and in the warm-ups, at this point, I've hit my ground strokes and forehands and backhands. I'm evaluating in my brain what seems to work really well today. Because some days are better than other days, and I'm trying to see how well I was hitting. So I'm using my thought process here. Can I serve and volley? Can I stay back and hit rally with him? If I want to stay back and rally with him, I'm going to hit cross-court forehands, cross-court backhands, because the cross-courts are longer than down the lines. I'm going to work on my game, and I'm going to try to play progressive net. what is your shot? What is your best shot you have? You're going to facilitate your game by using your best shot that day, because tennis is a funny thing. Each day is different. And so I'm thinking in my head, okay, today I'm hitting my ground strokes pretty well. I'm going to use that because I already know he passes very well. I'm going to start with my C game, then go to my B game and then my A game, and hopefully in the process I'll win some points using my C game. My C game is my ground stroke game. I'm going to use my ground strokes and work into the match and see how things go, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully this helps you.